Hello, our friends, Sauter County Daily News. We are doing the SCDN court report, and at the courthouse right now is our very own Betty Smith. Hello, Betty.
Hey, Mark.
So today was a little bit interesting. Normally, what would normally happen is in an arraignment type situation, person would show up like we reported yesterday. They show up via stream or in person, and they say guilty, not guilty, and move on and determine if there's going to be a bond, and then move on. Today was a little bit different. So we'll start with, let me double check, make sure I'm saying my right name. So we'll start with Rebecca Jones. And Miss Jones is charged with, let's see here. I was on the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4 counts of unlawful sexual contact with a minor and corrupting another with drugs. Now, today was not her trial. Today was a pre-trial hearing. And Betty, from your point of view, tell us what you saw.
So nobody went into the courtroom. The attorneys did come out and speak with the family, and I'm sure they spoke behind the scenes with the judge. And they did sit outside with all of us that were out there in the aisleway and dressed very appropriately for court. I will say that. Was there, it looked like, with either a mom or someone and another young gentleman. So yes, that was where that went to for that moment.
Right. So normally in cases like this, they want to double check that you're going to show up for the hearing. That's important. Sometimes, not necessarily in this case, I'm just saying in general, sometimes they may administer a drug test. There's several different things that go on, but primarily it's what we call horse trading between the attorneys, that there may be a deal on the table that they want to talk about. There may be a motion to have evidence put in or taken out. And so this is a time where the attorneys normally talk, and the defendant is just responsible to show up. And in this case, this is what happened, and she did, in fact, show up. Am I right?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so let's move to the next case that was before Judge Harsha today, and that we were covering, and that is the Greens, Richard Green and Sonia Green. So before the time for the Greens, their court appearance time, tell us what you observed there in the courthouse and kind of the feeling and the mood around the courtroom area.
Well, yes, as I came back for the recess area there was, it looked like a group of family there, and there was folks holding hands and praying. So again, a very somber moment. I definitely have to say that. And then again, just being able to witness the fact afterwards. And then, like I said, I didn't get to see them go into the courtroom. We did get to see them as they left, and went from there.
So as we have the official entry from the judge, it says that the defense consented to conducting the hearing without the defendants being present in the courtroom. After hearing the evidence and arguments of the parties, the court sets no bond. So there's been no bail for the Greens, and I have found out that they have pled not guilty to all counts, all charges across the board. So the Greens are ready for a fight. So tell me now, this is, like I said, this happened outside your purview. So, I was reading directly from the docket. So tell me kind of what happened. You talked about family being there and prayers being had, but you really didn't see anybody as far as, of course, the Greens, you didn't really see anybody. So tell us kind of how that how that happened and how the family was notified and how they dispersed and all that.
Well, I just know that I'm assuming another attorney or one of them had came out and had spoke to them. And again, we were all there for really quite some time. And then once he talked to them and I guess, kind of moving forward with what was going to happen next, then they decided to go ahead and leave at that moment. And then after that is when we had inmates come back out of the courtroom to go to the elevator.
Right, because we're not covering every single case. We're covering some that, as editorial staff, we feel that we should cover. So we're not covering every single case. So there are, inmates, of course, coming in and out. Tell me, in closing, tell me about your experience working with the judge and the staff and how they've kind of adapted to having a court reporter right there stationed in the courtroom.
No, actually, everybody's been very helpful. Again, and everybody's kind of like prompt too. If there's any questions that need to be asked, they've directed me where I need to go to ask those questions, making sure, the right paperwork's filled out, making sure if there's anything ahead of time that our bases are covered, everything's taken care of before even proceeding into the courtroom.
Right. So it's not willy-nilly. There's a procedure for everything, including Bubbly Betty.
Yes.
All right, folks, we appreciate you tuning in. There'll be some more information in the article below, so make sure you check that out. And then when you want to know our schedule of cases that we'll be covering, you can go to our website and just put in SCDN court coverage, and that'll give you our schedule where Betty will be at the courthouse. And we're going to put that up every week because stuff adds to the calendar all the way up until Friday. So we'll put that out on Saturday, and then we'll get some wonderful coverage. How you feel about this kind of a new thing for you on a personal?
I appreciate the opportunity. I'm sorry, Mark, say it again.
I just said on a personal note, how do you feel about this kind of new gig?
I do. I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate being able to have the opportunity to cover this for the folks at Scioto County. I worry about some of the cases too, because you can take a personal opinion, but your feelings can be there, especially when you have little ones involved and things like that. But trying to be unbiased and get the facts and
report without bias and tell the truth without compromise. That's what we're here.
Right.
So, you can thank the River Days and all the parades that we were supposed to be doing. So we can't do that. So we're sending Betty to the courthouse, by golly.
See, they're asking where I'm at, Mark. They don't know.
All right, everybody. Thank you.
I'm here.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you, Betty, very much. We appreciate you.
Thanks, guys. Have a